Thank you for that, Zoe. And I also wanted to take time to welcome one more person that will be joining our session. We have a guest speaker with us today as well, Andre Lee Waneka. He is a student who is in our work-based learning program from Window Rock. So um, it's I'm super happy that you were able to join us, Andre. Thank you for your participation. Andre, would you like to introduce yourself?
Y yes, please. Well, I'm Andre Wendika. I live in Summit, Arizona. I go to school at Winter High School. It's my last year to be as a senior, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And Andre, a little later on in our presentation, will share his experience and what he has been doing with our work-based learning program at Window Rock High School. And we can move on to our first slide. And Mateo, could you please share? As Zoe mentioned earlier, so we work with the Finds Their Way. I am the coordinator of the Finds Their Way project, and we work with Mateo and Disabilities Incorporated. And some of the purposes and objectives of our program here at Finds Their Way is to address the challenges experienced by Native youth with disabilities. Through that, we engage a network of tribal, state, and community partners. We increase access to culturally responsive services and supports. We are improving employment opportunities and outcomes. Through this program, we're also promoting Native youth leaders and advocates, and we are developing a Native and youth-led transition framework. Through our Finds Their Way program, one of the areas that we work on is pre-employment transition services. So we do many different things within this program, but specifically, I would like to highlight our work with work-based learning in our Window Rock area. Next slide, please. Awesome. So, and why is it important to have transition in tribal communities? It allows for increased access to skill development, knowledge, services. It's really important that there's Native American youth that are leading and their voices are heard, and we're able to implement this framework based on what is unique to their community needs. And it also allows them to give back to their community, and it provides inclusion and integration of cultural values. As I was mentioning, these is focused on our work currently at Window Rock High School, which Andre is part of. So our work-based learning experiences, we have 4 of our students who are currently active and they are participating in a work-based learning experience. We have 3 community work sites, and we have 1 student who has gained employment at the local post office, and his work-based learning experience encouraged him to go out and apply, and he's working at the post office, which is huge success, and it's really neat. Work-based learning experiences allow us to work with our students on soft skills, the transferable skills. We encourage sustainability, quality over quantity in their work. We emphasize communication, patience and creativity, and of course, building that rapport with these students, encouraging them on what they like, what they don't like, what works for them. And through these experiences, something that's really neat and we like to highlight is that some of these experiences might not be something that our students necessarily enjoy, but they're able to discover that along the way. They're able to discover if this was a job that worked for them or it didn't. Maybe they were, they know that they no longer want to work. For example, in Window Rock, we'll see some photos later on, but some of our students work in the cafeteria, and maybe that's something that they discovered that they completely do not like. And that's completely okay. It's also a part of that self-discovery and what they enjoy doing. Next slide, please. So here are a few of our pictures for our work-based learning experiences. Some of our students here are Part of their work is that they help prepare the lunches. So here we just have a few of our students preparing lunches. Next slide, please. And also part of our work-based learning, we have an extension to that, which is our summer work program. Last year was our first summer work program in Window Rock, and our summer work program allows for individualized community placements. Our work program offers a vocational specialist that's on site with feeding plans optional. So what that means is our students first start 100% with a vocational specialist, which is a job coach that's on site with them. And as they start to develop and experience, we'll begin to fade. Or if our students are not ready for us to fade, then we will stay the entire experience with them. You know, again, these experiences allow for communication, relationships. It's also a great resume builder because they have now this experience from the summer. And the neat thing about our summer work program also is that it is a paid experience. So our students are paid at the prevailing wage of the position they go into. It all varies depending on, again, the site, what their position offers, and we match that pay. At the top, we have our students who were at the Navajo Nation. You can see one of our students is watering the plants. They helped a lot prepare with the food for the animals. And then on the bottom lower corner, we have some of our students over the summer who were at the Window Rock janitorial, helping the janitorial staff throughout the district, preparing, cleaning, getting everything ready for the next school year. So our students who participate in work-based learning also participate in something that we call work group. And this is where Gabe really helps us out as a peer mentor. He comes in and helps with the topics we talk about. He helps create the presentations, and he shares his experience as a peer mentor. Gabe, would you like to share this screen with us? Or the slide with us?
Yes. It's called the work group, a place for students working for the first time to talk and learn about work from each other. It's students learn about topics such as how to call in, like teamwork ethics, how to use Zoom and Google Meets, like sending professional emails, and important hygiene, and how to look for a job.
And could you tell us, Gabe, what is it that you do and how you help out in this work group?
So I help with this work group to learn from them and how they can improve for each individual who has disabilities that who needs help to look forward to learn more things.
Awesome, thank you. And this is where I wanted to invite Andre to share his experience on work-based learning in these work groups. Andre, could you share with us how your experience has been? Kind of just describe what you're doing, where you have worked, what kind of tasks they have been having you do.
Well, I've been working with the school cafeteria last year. Then we make some pizza, stuff like that, for other students in my school as well. Then this year I'm working on the iPad so I can do some stuff like chop some pictures, stuff like that for the things, you know. Then also last year I worked at the admin building by the primary school as well. So I help people to show them where to go. Then if they need help at the police department, I will bring them upstairs at the Avnet building and which room is it. Or I can call the police department number on the school school phone, then I'll call them that there's a person who need help, stuff like that. Then when if they tell me to tell them to bring them up, or they can come down to get them if they need help for any stuff like that. So yeah.
And which experience has been your favorite experience?
Probably helping out people.
That's neat. And which one, if any, is there anyone that you did not like?
I have no clue.
Okay, awesome. And I know Andre was mentioning that he's currently working on the iPad. So we have a partnership with a virtual employer, and that going back to a transition-led framework that we mentioned earlier that fits the school's need. At the time, we were unable to create new opportunities in the community just due to some staffing changes. So then our team was able to partner with a virtual employer, and our virtual employer is named Be Outdoors. And that's where Andre was talking about on the iPad. So we share a Google Drive with this employer. This employer promotes outdoor. We look up different strategies, tips on how to be careful in the sun. Anything that she might want on her website, she lets us know in this Google Drive. And then twice a week, Andre, with his job coach on campus during the school hours, goes in, works on the assignments, uploads it to the Google Drive, and then the employer has access to this Google Drive. And that's how we've been able to communicate and get this virtual opportunity for Andre and for these students. And Andre, could you share with us your thoughts on employment now? I know that, before you might have not had many experiences, but what do you think about working now?
It's still all right to work.
Yeah.
And I want probably go to work as well.
That's great. It's great to know that. And at the end of Andre's experience, he will be receiving a resume. He'll be receiving a student summary that shows what he did, what experiences he was at, if we used any kind of schedules, if we did any accommodations, if we created visuals, all of that would be attached. It would be given to Andre, and wherever he were to go to next, whether that be post-secondary education or some other type of program, he has that, and he's able to use that with wherever he's going next. I'm not sure if Gabe, you have anything else to share. Andre, if you have anything else you'd like to share regarding your experience.
Well, I've been going with my club, Elevate Navajo, where we teach the little ones respect and other stuff, and we teach them like a little bit of history, what's going on, stuff like that. So yeah, and I've been going places like to Gallup, Flagstaff. Then this year I'm going to Illinois to meet a different tribe up there to see a different group of Elevate as well.
That's awesome. Well, good luck with that.
Oh, yeah.
And I also just wanted to let everyone know, if you know anyone in the Window Rock area or who is at Window Rock High School, my team and I will be up this Monday. We'll be performing a parent night along with tribal and state vocational rehabilitation services at Window Rock High School from 4 to 6 p.m. Window Rock time. It will be in the life skills classroom. So if anybody is interested in more information, would like to gain more information on our summer work program, please send them our way to our parent night. Then I'll leave this time for any questions, any comments. If there is no further questions or comments, I'll go ahead and turn the time over to Zoe. We have a few extra minutes. Not sure if we want to move on or provide maybe another brief break.